Let's talk about Star Wars.
Let's do that.
Episode 7. There are some rumors this week about Star Wars Episode 7 that, and this is a little spoilerish if true, but we don't know if it's true, so let's just speculate away. I am going to refer to a report that we have up here in IGN about that the villains of the movie could possibly be a group of Sith Inquisitors similar to those found in the expanded universe, but now they're going to be seen in the upcoming Star Wars Rebels TV series, which is canon. And again, like the EU stuff, everything's been reset, but they're basically kind of culling from these different things that did exist in the EU and putting their own spin on it now and making that canon. But the villains would be Sith Inquisitors, and that basically Luke has been missing for decades. And that he's basically, or for years, I don't know if it's been decades, but he has been held by the Inquisitors, and that essentially they want to bring back the Sith, and it's going to turn the whole idea that there can only be one Sith master and one Sith pupil at any one time on its head. It's not going to be true anymore, and that the two main characters are the characters played by John Boyega and Daisy Ridley as a couple of kids who find Luke's lightsaber or his severed hand, something like that, and then go in search of him and find Han Solo and Chewbacca, who are now no longer flying the Millennium Falcon. Oscar Isaac has it, and they're flying around in a Star Destroyer, which are now all part of the Rebels. Like after the war was over, you had all this stuff left over.
That's what they used to do back in the day.
It's kind of like how in Ferguson, Missouri, how they all have war and terror military equipment. Kind of like that. I'm not getting political. I'm just saying it's an observation of the real world. Anywho, so Star Wars. So what do you think about the idea? Wait, and there's even more. That Billie Lourd, the daughter of Carrie Fisher, is in the movie, and that there could be a flashback where she would be playing young Princess Leia, and you would see Darth Vader giving orders to the Inquisitors.
That's crazy. I mean,
we've never had a flashback in a Star Wars movie, Chris.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't. But that's crazy.
We've had dream sequences.
Dream sequences for sure. That's a lot. That's a lot to chew on. I kind of like the Inquisitors thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to sort of like up the stakes and make the villains more villainous.
Yeah.
I don't personally need Darth Vader in this movie. I don't think it's like a necessary element, but it could be cool if it's handled right.
Do you think are they doing that just so they can have that quick glimpse of him in the trailer and have people go, oh,
I mean,
crap, and that's it?
Maybe, yeah. But I mean, the way that JJ is, it might also just be like, wow, that's a secret until it happens, you know? So you can see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling, oh my God, dude, can you imagine? I just nerd out a little bit, but like, can you imagine when that trailer drops, what's going to happen?
I can, because it'll, I mean, after Phantom Menace, everyone's going to lose their crap, and then naysayers will kick in, and we'll have a divided response. And hopefully, I mean, I think there's probably a little bit more goodwill towards this one because of the cast involved, because it is such an amazing cast.
It's also earned goodwill, too. It's like they're making steps to make it feel like, hey, we have the same issues that everybody has had with the prequels, and we are going to take steps to make sure that we don't repeat the things that people think are mistakes.
That you get the Star Wars movie that you really want, that there's going to be more of a reliance on practical effects. Even Rian Johnson, the writer-director of Episode 8, has come out and said, that they're going to be doing more of that. It's been evident in some of the set videos that JJ has put out for, is it Force for Change, the charitable thing that they're doing. And then, and also, I don't know, I feel like so far I haven't heard anything about the Star Wars movie, even these plot rumors, even if all this stuff is true. There's nothing in here that's really making me go, oh, God. I think the idea of the Inquisitors is really kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah.
It kind of sticks within the idea of the Sith and Jedi having this kind of religious element, that they were like warrior priests.
Yeah, I also like Luke having been missing for a while,
Yeah.
like that's an interesting plot point if it exists. And Han, there's got to be that like triumphant moment where Han and Chewie take over if this is true, take over the Millennium Falcon again and fly it again for the first time.
And that Oscar Isaac's character is supposed to be sort of like a Lando Calrissian type, that he even has a cape.
Nice. By the way,
I can see him rocking the cape. He seems like he could play that kind of swagger kind of guy,
By the way, at San Diego Comic-Con, I got to give props to this kid I saw dressed as Bespin Han Solo. Like he was wearing the Bespin outfit with the little jacket and everything.
Oh no, I used to love that jacket.
That's badass.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, if I get a denim jacket, I thought that was my Bespin Han Solo outfit. And then for, let's see, some other Star Wars stuff, we also, there have been rumblings that, that they're purposely trying to recapture sort of the quest arc of the original movie.
Yeah.
And if, it holds true that these two kids are basically the main characters, it's the same idea. Like, we're going off looking for Luke, like the way they were going off trying to find the princess.
Right.
In the first movie. And I think that's kind of it's a way to go full circle without making it too much of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like,
well, that like 80% of these kind of movies in Hollywood kind of follow that formula of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey.
Oh yeah, and thanks to Lucas kind of reintroducing that guy to the popular culture.
So it only makes sense that it would start with a quest and include those elements.
Well, will you be disappointed to find out that what if Han and Leia's kids aren't even part of this story?
Yeah, what if they don't have kids?
What if they broke up right after Jedi?
I honestly don't care. Like, I personally, I've said this a bunch of times, I don't care if there's like a Skywalker arc to this series, like I'm fine with the original cast showing up for just this movie if it makes sense and then not appearing in later movies.
Yeah.
But, I kind of now as this production has gone on, I kind of feel like they will be in more than one movie.